Guys, I formally welcome all of you to this episode of Clarity Live. Yeah, Priya, your voice is not coming
Priya.
properly. So I'll mute all of you for now. Right. So, guys, I once again welcome all of you to this episode of Clarity Live. And the topic is very interesting and connected to the previous topic. I'm not sure if anybody did miss the previous topic on forgiveness and kindness. It is a connected topic, understanding grudge, grievance, guilt, and gratitude. So I proposed a thesis, and I expect you to dissect that thesis and bring upon some additional viewpoints or countering viewpoints, uh, or any inputs that you want to put forward. Anybody who couldn't understand the concepts of association and disassociation and the mental transportation, that also can be clarified by each others today. So here I'm just facilitating the conversation. It's not a lot from my side I'll be proposing, unless it is insisted by any of you or many of you. So I'd love to hear from you. Who is the first volunteer to start? Please raise your hand or unmute yourself and start. Vinal, what about you? If you can start with your inputs.
So I went through the presentation and I could resonate with almost all 4 points about the 4 Gs. In fact, I also thought of one more G, which is grief, where it's much elongated span of uh, association and disassociation in this case, because an incident has happened and you're not able to overcome it. Having said that, for me, I see that a lot of the times I'm able to intellectualize it about the need for association and disassociation from the respective events, but I've not been able to at times put it into practice. So understanding is there. When we talk about the thinking, feeling, acting, of which thinking has happened, but it's not reflecting in the action part as such many a times. So I wanted that gap to be filled in this conversation as to where am I lagging, kind of implement it. The others, about the presentation, I like the fact about the span of association and disassociation and its linkage with the self, how the self image gets impacted with the dance that one plays, uh, and I also see that, for example, my father, he is one person who is by disposition can easily associate and disassociate. I don't think he's doing much of thinking as to the rationales of why. But as an individual, he's someone who can easily disconnect from an event or he can associate. So, how is that? Is it I all these while used to think that it's coming from a place of, just as nature? But why is it that I don't think he's going through all that process of understanding and all, but it is interesting to know that for some it's just inherent, while for me I'm trying to cultivate it, and yet I'm not able to put it into practice. So yeah.
Right, I understand. I'll share my viewpoints. Anybody, Meenu, would like to give her comments on this, on Beenal's father's point first. And thanks, Beenal, for adding another G, the grief. Very, very important aspect, actually. And it's actually, grief can be from any of the first 3 Gs: grudge, grievance, and guilt. Like it's a matured guilt or matured grievance or a matured grudge. The grief can be, and definitely rightly you said that the disassociation is the primary aspect to come out of the or dealing with the grief. Yeah, so on the aspects of your father, that's very interesting point. Anybody, Meenu, do you like to share your viewpoint?
Yes, sure, sir. Vinal, I think that we all in some way are associating and disassociating, like just like your father, when you say that you notice that he can easily do that. uh, I think whenever we are I think whenever we are understanding the impermanence and the state of equanimity is there, at that time we are actually living that disassociation and association in the faster speed. So just like in the slide Kalyan has explained, um, the wave that we see, it is it's not as if there will be no disturbance, but it is so fast that we cannot see. Yes, this one. So here if the frequency is like here in this one, the frequency is fast, so we cannot see where the association and disassociation has happened. We cannot notice it, but it is still there, I think. And yeah, also that where the expansion is explained in the middle, in the center portion, how we are expanding with every association and disassociation.
Well,
um,
one small point, sorry to interrupt, like on this aspect of association and disassociation, I would like to stress upon one factor. Since we are researching on pure nature cure and nature and life philosophy, uh, that this association and disassociation aspect is very much physical aspect to start with. It's not that we have to do it very intentionally, that association or disassociation. We need to
yes.
understand, like we just need to unblock this physical aspect. And why this physical aspect is this, the metabolism that is happening in every cell is with a motion, and that motion actually brings something in and throws something out. That is what is the association and disassociation in a continuous cycle. We need to understand, when some nutrient is coming to the cell, that is nothing but association, and after some time that nutrient is getting converted into the toxin, and we are disassociating that. So,
Yes.
and second aspect I would like to bring upon is that this particular association, span of association and disassociation, differs from organism to organism, individual to individual. That also we need to understand, right? So, yeah, please continue. Yeah, Vikrant, you're unmuted. Do you have any point to ponder?
What saying was if the span differs, but also and
Your voice
scale,
is
the
not clear.
wavelength might differ. Like
Vikrant, your voice is not clear.
it's not clear. I'll type it.
Yeah, if you can type that, that would be great. Graham, do you have any inputs on the proposal or your viewpoint? Anything addition?
No, not at this stage, I don't.
Uh-huh.
Yes, thanks.
Okay, okay, okay. So anybody else? Soparna, I think unmuted. I see Soparna.
Sir, I have three questions regarding this presentation.
Yes.
Can I put down the questions here?
Yeah, you can orally. You can put if your connection is okay. I can hear you right now.
Oh, okay,
If there
so
is any problem,
my first question is in the case of guilt,
yes.
why both disassociation and association with the past self is needed? I think only association with the past self is needed to understand my previous self well. So why disassociation is needed? That I cannot understand.
Okay. So what I propose there is the disassociation from the. So what is the guilt? Actually, what is the guilt we need to understand? The guilt is that you have done some mistake and you are not able to accept that mistake. Why did you do that? That answer is not coming from within.
Okay.
That is when you experience the guilt. Am I right or not? You
Yes,
understand
yes,
that?
yes. Yes,
And
yes.
when you understand this progression of the self, the self-image, the change in the self-image, I1 to I8, you need
Right.
to understand that all these individual self-images of each moment, the previous moment to next moment, the change is happening. Now, when you identify this change, this perennial aspect of the change, you will be able to disassociate effectively, because we get into that aspect that that individual, suppose I1 did some mistake, this I1 did some mistake, and at the stage of I6, you still are connected to this and you are feeling associated with I1, and that is why the guilt is coming.
Okay.
So
Okay.
one aspect is that you need to take this reality that yes, it was you only who did it, but now you are a newer you, which is
Okay.
I6. So that is why association and disassociation both are needed to address the guilt.
Okay. Okay. Understood. So my next question, in the case of mental transportation, what you're talking about.
Yes.
So when to use intradynamism and interdynamism? Can you please clarify on that?
Yes, yes, yes. This is a very important aspect actually. So intra and inter. Intra is which is happening within a system, that is intra. And
Right.
when multiple systems are there, when it is happening within the multiple systems, that time it is inter, right? The word
Right.
meanings.
Right.
Now, if you look at others, this you is others. The way you were looking at yourself, and you were finding that you are changing moment to moment, moment by moment. Same way, others are uniquely different. Whoever you are perceiving at this moment are all different, inter differences there, uniquely. And then an individual is also changing like you are changing. That is the intra change. Are you able to understand the intra change? So one person, suppose in 2019 that person did something, 2020 that person has changed. It is a perennial nature that the change is happening. Physically, physiologically it is happening, and psychologically definitely it is happening, because the mind is the product of the body. That's what we understand in pure nature Q. So so the change is very much perennial and unevident. So that aspect you need to understand.
Okay. And my last question is, in the
You
case of
understood this question or not?
yes,
Inter-
yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and my last question is, in the case of gratitude, why disassociation is needed? Because the person to, according to me, because the person to whom we are expressing the gratitude, we have to first associate with that person effectively. But why disassociation with that person?
Well, so gratitude is a feeling. Okay, anyone else would like to address this question? Because gratitude is very critical aspect, because we often emphasize on gratitude, that show gratitude, impose gratitude, maybe because of the conditioning. So I'll address this question, but I'd like to hear from others also of what do they think about this gratitude aspect.
Right.
Nandini, can you share your viewpoint, please?
Can you repeat the question again, please?
In the case of gratitude, why disassociation is needed? My question is that because the person to whom we are expressing the gratitude, we need to associate with that person effectively. But why disassociation with that person?
Okay.
I was also going to ask something like this, that, I feel grateful to a person, but he doesn't acknowledge it. So a part of me feels a little, what is the point sort of thing. But I know that I feel like expressing it. So I also need some clarity on this.
Okay, okay. So you have the similar question. I understand.
Right.
So anybody else? Yeah, Binal.
I think gratitude, in case of what Nandini mentioned, Nandini, don't you think it would be also a self-directed thing that you're expressing gratitude for yourself? I mean, just because you want to, irrespective
Yeah.
of how the other person is reacting,
That's
in fact,
right.
not even expecting anything in return.
No, not expecting, but 95% of the time I know it is for oneself, that you express it and leave it at that.
Sure.
But then, leave it to the universe or wherever. But, if there is no response from the other side, I don't know. Sometimes it hits me that why am I doing it? So I'm a little doubtful
I
about
find,
that.
Nandini, here a contradiction when you say that you don't expect anything, but you expect an acknowledgement. Don't you think that there is a contradiction here?
So there's a lot of confusion then in myself. Mhm.
Come again?
No, I'm saying that means that there's a lot of confusion then within me.
Okay. No, I think we need to understand this gratitude aspect. Gratitude is purely an emergence, and this
Yeah.
emergence is, as Vinal opined, that it is self-directed. It is not towards that individual, but it is the enhancement of your own exploration of the life, due to which you are feeling a sense of gratitude. So it is not necessarily that individual comes to know it, or you need to express it to enhance that individual's self-image or something. It is not very mandatory. What I understand about gratitude, you may correct me if my dialectics are questionable, but primarily I don't
means,
think that, yeah.
That means gratitude occurs only within oneself only, within myself only.
Then what? Like, gratitude cannot be, I cannot give gratitude to you, like your
Okay.
own emergence. It is like love, like respect. So these all responses cannot be imposed upon, right? It should
Right.
emerge upon, and that's
Right.
where we go wrong, when we try to impose these all responses. We ask somebody to love somebody, or we ask somebody to respect,
Mm.
pay respect.
Mm.
So these are actually emergences, end of the day. And yeah, so disassociation. Why disassociation? That question I need from people here. Vibha, we haven't heard from you anything. Vibha, do you have any points on gratitude? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Not gratitude per se, but I was actually thinking about something else that was talked about earlier.
Okay.
It's just tossing that in my head.
Okay.
But yes, I think gratitude, I think this thing of expecting an acknowledgement is a different ball game altogether. Then I think, in a sense, it's not really gratitude. Because if you like, then it's a different kind of a trip, maybe. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah. We can hear you clearly.
Yeah. So, like you were saying, if it's to enhance somebody's image, or develop a certain kind of connection or a response in the other person, so then it's probably not really an expression of gratitude, because gratitude is just to do with how you feel about the situation, and what you have received in that situation, irrespective of who has given it to you, or how it's come to you. I would think.
Yes. Absolutely. And what I proposed is that gratitude is a confirmation of the self growth. It's a if you have a sense of gratitude, let me introduce that small chart. Yeah, this one. It's a confirmation of self expansion. If
Right.
one individual has a sense of gratitude, so sense of gratitude, as Viva also shared her viewpoint, that it is irrespective of the individual around, any ill experience or good experience, both may emerge as gratitude within you, because it is enhancing your sense of life, your understanding about the life.
Yes.
Right.
Right. So it is not dependent upon the individual. It is just self-directed, and it is a confirmation of the expansion. So, and why disassociation? This is very important aspect, Soparna.
I'm not very clear about confirmation of expansion.
Okay. Yes. Yes. So, how do we expand? How do we expand? The well, we are doing the mental transportation to the external world. That is how we expand. So mental transportation thing, if it is not clear, let me, this is my favorite topic actually. I can go hours talking about it, but we need to understand what is this mental transportation. Mental transportation means we are transporting ourselves to an external entity.
So what I think we would say as empathy.
Yes, empathy is a byproduct of the mental transportation.
Okay.
Empathy is not an objective, it is a byproduct of the mental transportation. So when you transport effectively, so that transportation, irrespective of the entity, that capability is something expansive, not expensive, right? So suppose around you 10 people are there, and you are effectively able to transport yourself to 5 of them. Now you were one, now 5 plus 1 is 6. So mathematically you are expanding yourself.
Yeah.
Right. So that way, if you are making it 50, then you become 51. That is what is the expansion. Now, this when you expand effectively, then automatically a sense of gratitude will come up.
Right.
So both go hand in hand. The
So
sense of gratitude and the mental transport. Yes.
So if one were to say in common terms, in common language, it would be enhancing one's experience of life by mental transportation. So the
Yes.
more you're able to include other people in your experience of life, the more you expanded you feel.
Yes.
Is that? Yeah.
And effectiveness of the transportation can be sensed by you when you sense empathy. Sometime you relate closely with the joy of others or the sadness of others. But again, this association and disassociation aspect should go hand in hand. Otherwise, you will suffer depression because of others' pain. This is very important. If you are just transporting yourself, then you start sensing the empathy so deeply, you might end up feeling depressed because of the other's pain. So that time, realistically, you need to understand the beauty of the disassociation also to protect your mental health.
Right. So in that way, the disassociation is needed to understand the other.
To continue the growth pattern.
Others
Aparna, your voice is breaking.
Okay.
Okay, you can just type in.
Okay, I've got
let me read out few of the questions that I have received. The wavelength of association and disassociation can also be different for an individual. Yes, Vikrant. Vikrant said that the wavelength of association and disassociation can also be different for an individual. It is different organism to organism. We watched that bird video, a short clip of the bird, who
Yeah.
is very frequently associating and disassociating. That frequency is not there for us. We have a longer association and a longer disassociation period. But definitely there has to be disassociation and association. So you are very much correct. I understand that dialectically that individual to individual also it differs.
Right.
I don't think it should be sinusoidal wave. What is that? I couldn't with same wavelength. Okay, okay. No. It's just a kind of depiction of the association and disassociation. That wavelength also can be asymmetric little, but the symmetricity will be actually again a confirmation of the self-expansion. Yeah, I see a thumbs up from Vikrant. Nandini said, I am grateful to someone, but he ignores completely. I think we addressed that. Nandini, do you have anything extra?
Yes, we address that. Yes.
Right.
So I want to say something here.
Yes, Meenu.
So are these words like gratitude and love and whatever we sort of these are experiences that we I think these are just words we have put to the word neutrality. These are just synonymous. If we are in a neutral state of mind, then whether it is gratitude or whether it is love or whether it is kindness, all these are anyway there.
Yeah.
These are just our interpretation of the same word, same state of mind in with different words.
This is deep. This is deep. Thank you. Thanks, Meenu, for bringing this on. So I'm not sure if I'm comprehending clearly, but what I am understanding by your explanation is that you are proposing that all these emotional responses, be it
Yes.
love, respect, or gratitude, these are nothing but the same. If the individual is in a state of neutrality, if the individual is maintaining a state of neutrality, then there is no difference between all these things. These are same as experience. Anybody wants to share the viewpoint? Priya? Is your connection well to go?
No, sir, I am okay.
Okay. So Nandini unmuted, I think. Nandini wanted to share something. The proposal of Meenu.
Not really. I suppose when one is in a state of neutrality, then one sees oneself in the other person. So it's like it's so easy to feel this way, feel this gratitude and kindness and these emotions, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. Do you identify with this proposal that all these emotional responses, be it love, respect, or gratitude, these are nothing but the same?
Deep down, I think they are the same, because in a state of neutrality, when there is no difference, you just don't maybe put them in different categories that, okay, I feel gratitude towards this one, I feel kindness towards that one. It is just so uniform when it emerges, I think.
Okay, guys, so let's resume the session in 2 minutes. Okay, Vibha has shared something in the chat. Do we identify masculine and feminine differentiation in PNC? Not really based on gender, but like masculine is associated with practicality, pragmatism, action, and feminine with intuition, empathy, aesthetics, etc. So masculine could be strong in a woman. To this thought came up in the context of what Binal said. Yeah, very nice question. Very nice proposal. People just read this chat, and let's resume with this proposal, and let me copy it so that I can bring it on for the next session also. Oh, it's not copyable. Anyway, so I understood the question. So we'll resume it, resume the session in 2 minutes. And other than this question from Viva, I received personally a couple of questions. So Vinal, want to share something? We have 1 minute. Want to share something? Yes, please.
No, I was just looking in the chat and by mistake the raise hand button came.
Okay, no issue. No issue. So I had received a couple of questions on evil, the illusion, the proposal, and the revenge. Whether the revenge is needed or not, and without revenge, what other things one can do. So we'll explore that in the next session. In 2 minutes' time, we'll resume resume another session with the same ID and password. So let's rejoin. Thank you.